Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on my guitar arrangement of The Prince That Was Promised from House of Dragin. It's a beautiful little song. I've done a full playthrough of it, so if you want to hear what it sounds like, I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. I'm going to teach you the whole arrangement. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already, give me a like on the video, and I'd love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, and more importantly, let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, keep me doing it, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. The song starts with this. So that's the first two bars. The first finger is going to go on G5, little finger on the 9th fret of the D string. So G5 and D9, playing them at the same time. And then move your third finger and play the D7 on its own, so you get a nice bit of dissonance. And then into bar 2, it does the same thing, but you play the D9 again before you play the D7. So bar 2 goes. So bars 1 and 2 go 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1. Then bar 4 starts the same. And just has this on the end, goes. Which is B8, B6 twice, and B5. So bar 4 goes. So that first line should be relatively straightforward, providing you can get that stretch. It's a bit of a big stretch. If you can't do that stretch, just don't play the 5, just play the 9 and the 7. That'll sound the same. On to the next line, and it starts like this. So the first two bars there. This is an evil little stretch. If you can't do all these notes, just play the D9 and the B6. But I've put the 5 on the G string. So the way I've done it is first finger on G5, second finger B6, little finger on the D9. That's a horrible stretch. So if you can't do all those notes at the same time, just play the D9 and the B6 at the same time. Then play B5, and then back to B6 with 7 on the D string. So it goes into the next bar. Again, if you struggle to do this stretch, you could get rid of the 9 and just play the 2 5s, or play the D9 and the B5. So the way I'm playing it, putting my first finger across the B5 and the G5, and little finger on D9, and playing all those 3 strings. Then play just the D9 and the B5 at the same time. Then play B6 and the D7. So I go. Then there's a little line that goes, which is the same from the end of the first line. So you play B8, B6 twice, and then B5. So those first 2 bars of that line, probably the hardest part of the whole song, goes. On to the next bar, bar 7 goes. So I'm playing D7, G4 and B5 at the same time. Then B3 and then D5 with G2 and the open E string. So it goes. Bar 8 goes. Which is G2 and B3 at the same time, and play it twice. Then play D5 with G2 and B5. And then that little run goes B6, B5, B5, B3. So bar 8 goes. Let's put the first 4 bars of that line together. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly, you get this. That's probably about the trickiest bit. The next bar, bar 9 goes. So you're going to play G2 with B3 at the same time. Then a D5. You could change that to an open G string if you want. And then play B2, G2. And then G2 with open B and E3. E1 twice, open E, and go into the next bar, bar 10, and play the open E with G2. So bar 9 goes. Okay, on to the next line, and we've got. So you're playing open A with D7 and B6. Then play B5, B6, then B5, B8, B6, B6, and B5. So bar 11 goes. Bar 12, we've got this horrible stretch again. Open A string with D9, B5, and G5. So then another B5. Then B6. So you got. So we'll put bars 11 and 12 together. It makes sense, guys. Into the next bar, bar 13, and we've got. So that's E1. So bar 13, E1 with G2 and E at the same time, then B3, then E, B3, E3, E1, E1, E. So just bar 13 goes. Then bar 14, E1 with the B string at the same time, then B3 with G2, then B1 with open E. So yeah. Okay, on to the next line, and it starts like this. So to play that, we're going to play A3 with G2 and open E string all at the same time. So then B1. Then take your second finger off and play the A3 with the open G and E. Then B1, E1, E twice, B3. So bar 15 goes. And then bar 16 goes, which is playing the D string with G2, another G2, and then open D string with G4 and B3. So it goes. And then we've got a G2 right at the end of the bar. And then we're going to play A string with G2 and B3. So bar 17 goes. So open A string with G2 and B3. Then a D5. B2, G2, G2 with open B and E3, E1 twice, open E string, so it goes. And then you're going to play the open A string with G2 and E string, and there's a low E, and just to finish off that line it goes, which is G, G2, G4, and then G. Let's just play bars 17 and 18, you get. On to the next line. This kind of feels like the main theme. So we've got E1 and G2 at the same time. Then G2 and then E string nearest to the floor. A3 with G and E. Next bar, A2 with open B and E3. Then open A with G2 and E2 at the same time. Then, which is G2, B, B2, and then G2. Let's just play those first two bars. And then the next bar, which is playing E1 and B1 with G2. I'm just barring my first finger across those to make it easier. Then E5. Then A3 with open G and B1. So bar 21 goes. Then bar 22. Open A, open D and G2 at the same time. Then we've got, which is G, G2, G4 and then G. And then the last two bars just go. Which is open A string with D2 and G2, then play the A string, another A and G, next bar, A and G2, and then three more A's. So bars 23 and 24 go. On to the next line, we've only got two more lines to go. We've got so for this, open A string with E1 nearest to the floor, then E, then back to the A string with the E1, A string on its own, then A string with E3, E1, E1, E, so bar 25 goes. Bar 26 goes, which is the A string with the E string, another E, E1 with A, then two A's. So bar 26 goes. Bar 27 you've got, which is A string with the E string, B3, A and the E string again, A string with E3, E1 twice, and then E. So bar 27. And then bar 28 goes, which is B3 with A, another B3, then open A string with E, then two open A's. So you get. Then the last two bars of that line, bars 29 and 30 go. So open A string with B3, G, open A string with B2, then G2, open A with E3, E1, and then E1 with another A string, then an E string on the end. So bar 29 slowly goes. Then the last bar of that line, bar 30 goes. Which is the A string with G2 and E. Then play the A string twice. Then another A with G, then G2, G4, G. So bar 30 goes. On to the last line, and we've got. So for that, we're playing E1 with G2, G2 and the open E string, A3 with the open G and the open E. So we've got then A2 with open B and E3, open A with G2 and E2, then play G2, B, B1 and then G2. So you've got the first two bars. Sorry, I'll into the next bar there. So bar 33, we play E1 with G2, another G2, two E1s, A3 with the open G string, and then A2, D2 and G4, then just an A string to finish. So that last line goes. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And that's the whole song. Well, I do hope that guitar lesson has made sense. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, and I'd love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and more importantly, what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.